All right. Welcome to Lendconnect Noob Bootcamp. All right. See a lot of questions constantly asking and worrying about Lendconnect's price. Like, why is it falling? Why is it falling? Why is it falling? Why isn't it mooning, win Lambo, right? So like it gets so annoying. And I think part of it is that a lot of you guys just don't maybe don't understand how to assess what is actually happening. And so to try to avoid anybody from being like really scared about holding their coins overnight, or just like constantly up at night, like checking their Telegram and checking coin market cap like all night long. I want to show you guys that right now, what's going on with Lendconnect is actually perfectly normal, especially after a huge movement in price that we just had like literally a couple days ago. Anytime that the price of an asset moves as much as Lendconnect moved a couple days ago, it is absolutely going to consolidate for a few days. That's just going to happen. The coins are going to be exchanging hands like crazy right now. A lot of people picked up a shit ton of coins when it dumped the other day. A ton of people dumped their coins and they're trying to get back in. So first off, I literally just Googled this out of the blue. I'm not going to read this whole thing to you. If you guys want to come to this, you can. But really, the first thing that you guys need to understand is there are currency standards. Okay. The typical question whenever you're trying to explain like Bitcoin or blockchain or cryptocurrency to anybody is like, well, what's it based on? It's just a digital, it's not really anything, right? It's not based on anything. Well, no, that's not totally 100% true. And you guys, if I'm not by any means an expert on this, but cryptocurrency is broken up into two sections. You have Bitcoin and you have altcoins, right? So everything in the entire market, on every exchange, in just about everywhere that you look, altcoins are standardized and referenced to Bitcoin. Okay. So that's part of the reason why, you guys can read through this, but it talks about like currency standards, right? Like the gold standard. And, now basically other currencies around the world are just referenced to stronger currencies that are accepted as the strongest currencies in the world, like the US dollar, right? So if you go to coin market cap, all right, whenever you're looking at the market, there's a reason why every single YouTuber that you see has a tendency to, the very first thing that they do is they come and they look at the market cap, right? We check this every single day. Right now, I can tell you, I think the market is down a little bit right now, but we can actually take a look and see for like the last day. This is probably the easiest way to look. Yep, it's down. Okay, yesterday when I looked at it, it was higher than this. In the last 24 hours, it's actually gone down. At its peak, it was at 578 billion, and right now it is sitting at 511 billion. So right there, bang, right? I know for a fact that Bitcoin is down without even looking, and I know for a fact that whatever altcoins that I'm holding right now are down by USD value. They may not be down by Bitcoin value, right? So what do I mean by that? Let's take a look. All right, so you can see that there is always, whenever you look at anything, right? Like let's just look at the number 2, right? Ethereum. And, sorry, I don't know, my internet's a little funky right now. So you can see that there's always two different evaluations being given here, right? USD and then Bitcoin Satoshi, right? So if you're involved in investing in a project and you're holding these cryptocurrencies, you will eventually get the eyeballs, the crypto eyeballs for looking at this and being able to tell right away if your asset is performing very well and how it's performing against Bitcoin. And the nice thing is that when Bitcoin has a down day, but your asset has gone and outperformed Bitcoin, and like in this case, Ethereum's up 1.25% against Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's probably down. I would be willing to say it's probably down about 7%. Let's check. 8%, right? So Bitcoin's down 8%, right? So and there you go, 8%. What was that? 1.25%. So Ethereum's outperformed Bitcoin in this case, right? So when Bitcoin recovers, Ethereum's just naturally going to lift itself with Bitcoin because it's trading at a certain Satoshi value against Bitcoin. And when Bitcoin recovers, the value of Ethereum is just naturally going to go up with it. And that's part of the reason why whenever we see Bitcoin have a good day, everybody's having a good day. And whenever Bitcoin's having a bad day, everybody's having a bad day, right? So, don't get you cannot, if you're going to invest in cryptocurrencies, you cannot get completely zeroed in on your own coin that you're holding, right? You have to always start with the reference, right? What's going on with the market? What is going on with Bitcoin? What is going on with my altcoin, right? And then that'll help you to make a better assessment before freaking out and thinking that you're losing value. Why? Let me sell into Bitcoin where you're actually might stand to lose even more money if Bitcoin's if Bitcoin's like losing against the coin that you're holding, right? So let's take a look at Lendconnect real quick just for today and see how it's actually doing today. All right, so Lendconnect is down to 703. So our new investors are probably freaking out. Oh my God, right? I'm down another 8.5%. How could I possibly? I'm never going to recover from this. I want to trade into Bitcoin. I want to give up my bag of Lendconnect. But Bitcoin's down 8% too. So why would you trade into Bitcoin? Like your asset is actually performing like 0.21% less than Bitcoin. You're going to save yourself like nothing, right? If you're a believer in Lendconnect, hold Lendconnect. Okay. You can very easily and quickly discern that the market itself is down, Bitcoin is down, the value of your coin is down, but we're doing just fine against Bitcoin. So the second part, all right, take a look at the chart. Okay, there is a post in Telegram that somebody made, and of course I've been looking at this, but I don't really draw lines. I've told you guys before, I'm a lot more of a I have a fundamental mindset. I think about things fundamentally. I've hit on a couple really good ones. I've gotten scammed a few times, but I've been talking Lendconnect since it was 30 cents and getting dumped during the ICO about how I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. And then before it actually lit up, I was like, I was on full alert, like, buy the fuck out of Lendconnect now. You're going to lose. You have such a good chance to make money. And, we freaking lit it up. Right. And I think we still are going to light it up. I personally think we're going to light it up. But, we had the freaking future shit going on in Bitcoin. Bitcoin freaking took a big hit right here on this day, and BitConnect didn't survive, and that was a blow for us. But I guarantee you that the people that sold their coins all through here right now are either like fed up and done with lending platforms, which I think is ridiculous, or they're trying to buy back, or they bought back or lost money. Like whoever this guy is right here that sold right here, like I feel bad, like if you would have just not acted on emotions and just weathered the storm, you could have actually probably exited right out here in this position or this position or this position, or even right now you'd still be holding and doing pretty darn good. I want to share with you guys, like, the worst mistake that I made in crypto was all based on pure emotions. Okay. When Bitcoin Cash got listed on Coinbase, I lost my fucking ass. I lost I don't even want to say it, was tens of thousands of dollars worth of crypto. Okay. I lost tens of thousands of dollars worth of crypto. And basically what happened is, like, it went out, like it was all over the place, right? Everybody was like, oh my God, Bitcoin Cash got added to Coinbase. Like, I really hate Coinbase for adding Bitcoin Cash without giving anybody a heads up whatsoever. They just all of a sudden appeared on Coinbase one day, right? Well, if you guys remember when that happened, Bitcoin Cash was selling for like $9,000, right? On Coinbase, and I was trading over on Cryptopia. I hate Cryptopia, but I was trading on Cryptopia. I had a lot of money over on Cryptopia, and I was like, man, I could fucking send some money over to over to Coinbase real quick and maybe double my money real fast, right? So like totally just got freaking greedy eyeballs, went traded into Bitcoin Cash, didn't even look at the actual Satoshis, right? Because I was trying to move so fast. I was like reacting without thinking, you know? I was trying to move so fast and I didn't even pay attention to what the actual Satoshi price was that I was buying into, because I just knew that it was, you know, that it was way, way overpriced. And I had an opportunity to do a little bit of arbitrage between Cryptopia and Coinbase. And I reacted without analyzing what I was doing. And it was almost purely on greed or emotion in this case, right? And I bought the Bitcoin Cash, and I literally bought, it was like I might as well have bought like right here, right? I was literally at the top. It plummeted like this. And I was like, oh my God. I tried to sell as fast as I could, and I couldn't get out fast enough. I lost like tens of thousands of dollars, guys. And it was just me acting on pure emotions and, you know, being greedy, really. And you know, I had a plan, and to this day, if I would have just stuck with the plan that I had, which that didn't happen that long ago, that tens of thousands would be like double worth what it was if I would have just stayed where I was at and held where I was at. So there's the lessons learned from me, right? That I'll tell you guys, I'll test firsthand. I know for a fact, you know, acting on emotions is just going to get, chasing profits, acting on emotions, doing those kind of things, you're going to get burned way more times than you're ever going to make profit. All right. But okay, let's get back to the boot camp, right? So so you can see there's two things going on here right now after this big crash, right? This right here is expected. All right, this is consolidation, right? We are completely sideways. It's a little bit of a downtrend, a very little bit of a downtrend, but don't lose sight of the big picture, right? If you're coming in at this price right now, you're coming in on a uptrend, right? From like 600 Satoshis, right? Or I don't even know what that is. Maybe 2,000. Let's call it 2,500 Satoshis up to 63,000 Satoshis, right? So you do the math on that. 63,000 divided by 2,500, right? 25 times gain, right? Since the 9th, the 7th. Since the 7th, okay? 25 times gains since the 7th. This is after Bitcoin freaking shit the bed. This is after Bitconnect closed up shop. 25 times gains. Uptrend over the course of 2 weeks, okay? Not to mention, we have a beast staring us right in the rear view mirror, right? This is like a tidal wave, right? That's going to be coming, right? You know, if you actually watched my video the other day, I was talking about this bull flag right here, you know, and if this actually is a bull flag, which I think it is, right? Then what you do is you take the post, right? Well, where's the post? The post is right here, right? And you take this post, right? And you add it on to the end, wherever it decides to break out, really. So, you know, this might, you know, I don't know, guys, but this is what you're supposed to do, you know, like that is the potential right there, right? So when you look at that, right here is your reward for if this thing hits where it's supposed to. And there's no resistance lines here, guys. There's no resistance lines. There's a reason why this thing tumbled as far as it did. If this thing had gone up to like $30 and hovered there for about a week or two, then when this crashed, it probably would have only crashed to about $30. Now, it really kind of just depends because of the circumstance of Bitconnect and stuff, but realistically, this probably would have crashed down to the resistance line. And that's why this consolidation pattern is so good, really, and they call it healthy, because when we make our next move to the positive, we probably will never it would be like bad news or something really bad to happen to cause us to drop below these prices, because the asset is exchanging so many hands and it's spreading out right now. And everybody that's buying and selling in this area, the more people that buy and sell in this area, the less likely it is that these people are going to be be willing to want to allow that asset go for anything cheaper than where they were at, unless they're acting on emotions or they're just not very smart. So, and you can almost kind of even see it, guys. Look, we had a consolidation right here for about 2 days, and it just so happens, look where we halted. We halted like pretty darn close to where that was. I think the difference here really is probably the BitConnect platform, really, which doesn't the BitConnect thing has nothing to do with Lendconnect. All right. Remember, the analogy that I gave was like when BP poked a hole in the bottom of the ocean, right, and completely polluted the F out of our oceans. Uh, did every single oil company go out of business when that happened? No, right? No. I think that that's a really good analogy for understanding that lending platforms aren't going away. All right. Some of these lending platforms are going to be as successful or possibly more successful than um BitConnect was, right? I mean, the idea of lending and earning interest is like that's riddled all over the place, right? You can do that with banks, you can do that with CDs, you can do that with all kinds of other stuff. Why would you not be able to do that with cryptocurrency? It makes sense. All right, everybody that's calling it a Ponzi or a scam or what have you, it's a risky market, is what it is. And yeah, there's a lot of freaking scammers out there that are going to take advantage of you and just rip you off. But that doesn't mean that they're all scammers and they're all uh, you know, all just shit and that they shouldn't even exist. That's ridiculous. But the same's going to be true when this ran up, right, and dropped down. The same will be true when when and if it actually does this does turn out to be a bull market. This does turn out to be a sign of things to come. This is going to have no resistance, right? So as soon as we pass, really this peak right here, it could easily run all the way up to here, right? Very, very quick, especially with the low float that we have. So I hope that I taught you guys some things, and I hope that this video reaches a lot of new Lendconnect investors and really just cryptocurrency investors in general. And maybe this will help you guys in the future. So, all right, take care.